saw you watching them. I was walking by and I saw you standing perfectly still with this look on your face like someone was hitting you or I don't know, but... And then I realized you were watching AJ and Michael.
Yeah. He brought him down here to, show him the crane. Probably doesn't even realize how much Michael loves the water. You know, I used to take him to the ocean from the time he was really little. Florida, Puerto Rico. Women would always come up to me on the beach and say, no, he's too young to go in the water, but I knew how much he loved it. So, last summer, even though it wasn't my day for custody, I went to the Quartermains and I took Michael to the lake. And AJ showed up. We were just swimming. But he acted like I was stealing something, and that's how AJ sees Michael, not as a person. He sees him as a thing. You see how I get? Anyway, I thought they'd all gone back to the house, and I lost it. I threw his toys. I smashed his playpen.
Jason, people are allowed to get angry.
Not in front of a kid. I gave him up so he wouldn't be confused. But I also gave him up so he wouldn't have to see me hating AJ.
That's the same reason I went to Jake's that night. So I could get angry and hate the whole world and no one I knew would get hurt.
Except for you.
I didn't get hurt. You know, when that whole thing came about that you weren't really Michael's father, I didn't get why Emily wasn't mad. You know, she thinks you're so great and yet you lied to her. But she said you hadn't, and that it was true in your heart. And now I understand what she meant.
Well, you know, I was going to tell him when he got older. And a lot of people think that's not enough. Maybe they're right. But I'm not sorry. I mean, I am for hurting him. He needed me, counted on me, and I disappeared. If I knew that from the start, what would happen, I wouldn't have done it. But if I knew, even now, that I could keep him, and Michael would be happy with me, I would do it again.
I never used to be sorry. Sorry for myself, sure, but not sorry for the things I did. You know, people would tell me that I was wrong or bad, like they had this magic guidebook for living and I was breaking all the rules.
Yeah, you probably were. Their rules.
Yeah, well, why should their rules apply to me?
That's always how I felt. You know, but you can. You can live by your own rules and not care what anyone thinks. Until someone loves you. And you love them, and then their rules have to matter too. See, Robin, she wanted me to tell the truth. The day I brought Michael home from the hospital, she asked me to take him to AJ. But I wouldn't. First because I promised Carly, and then because I loved him too much. So for a whole year, she kept a secret that she hated. A secret she thought was wrong.
Because she loved you.
Because she loved me.
Then how could she hurt you like that? If she loved you, how could she take Michael away?
You know, she said she did it because it was the right thing to do. And to save me from getting manipulated by Carly.
That I believe.
Hey, I'm a grown-up. If Carly makes my life miserable, it's my problem. But Robin knew what the Quartermains were like, and she sent Michael there anyway.
Are you mad at her?
I used to be. Now I see that we just turned out different. I hope she's happy. And I know that she can't be happy with me. I owe Robin. She taught me most of what I know. Well, half, anyway. Sonny taught me the other half.
Well, that explains a lot.
Oh, really? About what?
Why you're so different. I mean, I don't know either one of them very well, but you have to admit, Robin and Sonny are pretty opposite people.
No. Not really, except for I grew up in Sonny's eyes, and I didn't in Robin's. See, in the beginning, I did what she told me. She knew more than I did. She knew what was right, and, yeah, you know, maybe in the end she did too. But I just could not accept what she told me anymore.
You had to be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Lucky used to say. We're pretty fortunate, I guess. I mean, we agreed on most things, except how many times a week we should eat at Eli's. But if there was a Michael, something I thought was right and he thought was wrong, Lucky would have done what I needed. He'd have said being true to me was being true to himself.
It's good you know that.
I guess that's what I get to keep from loving him. Not dresses or rings, but how we felt about each other. Guess what I want to do?
Go nowhere?
Fast.
Bike's over there.